What's up, world? ATL Beat Banger, DJ Toomp. I'm in Partments with Parlay. Meet me in Partment.
Hey, Parlay, meet me at the Partment.
Yo, you already know this your boy Parlay, live from Digi House Studios. And we're in Partment with Parlay. Meet me in Partments. Listen, I love my city, ATL. And then like, hey, I know y'all tired of hearing me. I don't care. I'm gonna beat into your ears. Can't hear no more. ATL, I love my city. Only thing I love more than my city is the west side of my city. Shout out to Bankhead. Rest easy, swallow, long live, shot a low, long live, buddy. Listen, now, y'all know one thing, right? I love giving y'all the history and the culture of the city. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the Atlanta that everybody sees and knows now is not the Atlanta that the people who helped build this to be the city that it is know of it. And I just feel like if we don't keep these memories and everything, all these people alive and the things that we did, small, big, or large, it don't even matter. I feel like it's going to erase the history. So I love bringing people on here to kind of give y'all, you know, the basis of what happened. Your biggest superstars, your biggest producers, your biggest celebrities, how everybody got made and how everybody got brought together in the way it happened. And the reason I like to highlight these situations is because it gives your artists and producers and actors a blueprint on how to navigate through this system. Mistakes, what not to do, what to do, how to get with somebody. It might be somebody you want to link with and you don't know how to link with. You might hear this artist say, that's how I link with him. I did this. You might be like, ooh, let me try that way. Even if it work or not, it just gives you different ideas. You know what I'm saying? And the history of this city is so important because we've been running hip hop for the past 20, 25 years. You know what I'm saying? And they undisputed. It's undisputed. You know what I'm saying? But it took a lot to get to this point. It took a lot of players. It took a lot of people in the mix to help it get there. And today, I have one of the people who played a major part in helping this city be what it is and helping the attention continue to stay here as we had it. I'd like to welcome my next guest to the show, DJ Toomp.
Parlay.
Toomp, what's up, dog?
Proud of you, man. Love what you're doing,
Appreciate
bro.
it, dog.
Yeah, man. Are we tuning in?
Appreciate it, dog. Let me tell y'all something, right? You know how when you meet legendary people, I'm not just gonna say producers, legendary people.
The people. I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It comes with a certain arrogance. And sometimes the arrogance is flamboyant. And sometimes the arrogance just comes just because I know my worth.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So niggas is like, I ain't really doing that. Hey, I need you to do this. I pick and choose what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, you like the, what's it called, the people who like in the shadows, but you see them, but you don't see them, but you know they fucking there?
Yeah.
Phantom. What is a phantom? Phantom. Nah, phantom. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Phantom.
And I'm known to be in spots and be like, oh, is he gone? Yeah, he left an hour ago.
You know what I'm saying?
One of them dudes, yeah.
And the reason I say that is because everybody in the world knows Toomp.
Oh, yeah.
But if nobody knows you personally and you somewhere, they would never know who you are.
Oh, nah. I blend in.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
blend in with the woodwork. So easy. Yes, sir.
Even from upcoming artists, producers, I done pulled up and seen some of the hottest producers and engineers now. I done pulled up and seen them at your spot. And I talking to them, they was just like, man, you know, I was working, seeing me work. He just said, man, come pull up, come work. I said, be working at the spot. I was just like, and I done heard a few stories like that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, they say real nigga shit don't travel, but boy, that shit travel.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, it speak highly of your character, especially from your body of work. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to highlight that off the muscle. Then, too, you be in the hood.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I'm telling y'all, listen. I'm goddamn, we riding down, right? We leaving the interview, we riding down. Boom, riding down campus. Goddamn, we stop at the red light. You know what I'm saying? We in the red light. Wifey say, hey, let that Toomp right there. What's up, Toomp? When we ride down. This nigga Toomp right here. Hey, Toomp, boy, got to pull, got the podcast on the street. Man, put a date on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Put a date on it.
I'm here.
Nah, for sure, man.
No, man. I always been for the people, though, man. Straight up, you know. Just like the young lady I was just talking to earlier about a situation. A lot of times, you know, people will approach like, man, you know, we don't have no budget yet. I'll be like, yo, did I mention the budget? If I don't mention no money, you don't mention no money. Let's get to this work. If I
They
say
business.
I'm pulling up, yeah, like we'll get
He
to
ain't
it.
saying I ain't saying that neither.
Yeah, we'll get to it. You know what I mean? But when y'all start talking money, but if we just talking about work and I already fuck with you, yeah, let's go. You know what I mean? That's how I am.
So is it safe to say that you respect the work more than anything?
Yeah, and the vibe that I get from the people, of course. You know what I mean? Especially if I see that it's somebody who's really serious about it, the way I am. I'm not serious to the point where I'm not, sitting there with no smiling and no shit. But I just love this shit. And when I see people who really are passionate about, just like with you working with the movie, passionate about it. I done watched it a few times. You know what I mean? On the YouTube or whatnot. But I saw how the trap. When I saw how serious you was about it, I'm like, man, let's just do this shit.
Facts.
Let's go.
Show down,
You know what I mean? But when I see that you for real about it, sometimes if I catch a vibe and see, okay, when somebody just trying something out, all right, come to me when you ready to do this shit for real. If you just trying something out, I'll pass you to somebody else. You know what I mean?
Nah, for real. Nah,
I'm with
definitely.
the ones who really love this shit and doing it for real.
Nah. That's how the energy shift, and I think that's why you attract that type of energy, and I think that's why that type of energy attract to you. Mm-hmm. What I like to do is, for everybody who come here, for all my viewers, for everybody watching, I like to tap into the person that you are.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, find out who you are as a person, what you been through, type of things seen, experienced. I always feel like that. And when people understand that who you are as a person, it makes your body of work even more special to them.
Straight up, out of all the interviews, this may be the first one where the world will actually get that for real.
You know what I'm saying? Because people like, in the sense of, that's why I like about my podcast, because I have conversations. I'm not interviewing. It's not an interview.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Conversing. You're damn right.
We just having a conversation. But it be a lot of times you see your favorite artist, producer, actor, whoever it is. You follow them for years and you love who they are. It's the persona. But you never know who they are for real.
Right.
And in the field of where I come from, we take everything direct. Right. You know what I'm saying? So if you speaking like this, I take that direct. And if I take it direct, that means the stuff you saying to me, I digest differently and I let it infect how I live and how I move. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's hard for me to do that when you ain't really about this shit you talking about. How can I let you tell me some shit? You ain't did it. Yeah. You don't know nothing about getting no money. How you gonna tell me how to get some money?
You ain't 100 with it. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
How can you pass that on to me? Yeah.
So, and I seen so many different examples of that throughout the years. I started saying, I wonder how this person is. For real. I started asking myself that. So when I got the podcast, I said, that's one of the things I'm going to make sure that I do. I want to get to know the people, the person.
No, I love that.
And I think now it's even more important now because I think that's like 85, 87, 90% of what it is now. It's your image.
Yeah.
It ain't even your music. It ain't what you do no more.
Oh, yeah.
Like we just talking about, it's how popular you is.
Yeah.
It's like kids.
And a lot of folks right now are even popular for shit that's really not even them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They living a whole nother life. You know, later on, you be like, man, sorry about lame, bro. Or he done did some lame shit.
Facts.
You might hear about, not to say no names, but it's a lot of rappers who done really broke a lot of their fans' heart just by how they deal with their relationships.
Facts. Nah, facts.
Damn, man, that boy that's my favorite rapper. He just beat this woman up in front of everybody in the club. Damn, I don't like that nigga no more.
Exactly. And in a situation like that, and I don't want to.
This nigga lame. He out here crying.
I don't want to find that out in a situation like that.
Right.
I want to hear you speak. I want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's almost like when an artist go to somebody and they like, why I need to sign you? Tell me why I need to sign you. And they start saying, well, I did this. I've been through this and this. Your story, the story dictates everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The better your story, the more people can relate to you, the more they vibe with you. So when you're doing this, niggas like, I understand, I fuck with
they know what they expect from you, just as a man, as a human. You know, the talent is one thing, but they're just, somewhere in that story, you'll say, okay, all right, I just caught that, or he understand business, so we can do business with this guy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Even if you goddamn ran a lemonade stand at 11, cutting grass at 8 years old, that at least let you know that.
Them intangibles.
Yeah, that you learned business at an early age. Okay, Miss Jones, your yard is, okay, that's 20. Okay, Mr. Williams, all right, you got a big yard. Oh, you're going to be 50. Miss such, when we do the front and backyard, that's $100. So if you understanding all that, those dynamics between 9 and 12 years old, yeah, you can't do nothing but win.
He's just saying, nah. Let's get back to Where you from? Where you grew up at?
Okay. Shit, man, I'm born and raised Southwest Atlanta. Born in Hugh Spalding Medical Center.
Hugh Spalding.
You know what I mean? A little medical center right across from Grady. You know, you got the Grady babies.
Hugh Spalding.
Hugh Spalding, yeah. Delivered by this guy, Dr. Golden. He had the golden touch. Mm-hmm. He delivered a whole lot of people in our neighborhood over there in the Ben Hill, Southwest Atlanta area. Dr. Howard Golden, he deceased a long time ago. But, yeah, man. Grew up around my mom's side, you know, they was pretty laid back. You know, a lot of them from Sparta, Georgia, Hancock County down there. I'm related to the Grant brothers, the twins, Horace and Harvey. Mm-hmm. We never met, but we got our grandparents are cousins and whatnot. So, you know, they always telling me, you know, them your cousins play basketball, but they telling my cousin, hey, you know, that's your cousin who just produced that T.I. stuff. So, you know, got family on that side, but on my, you know, everybody, you know, from the country, but on my dad's side of the family, there's a lot of hustlers. You know what I mean? You know, you got him and my uncles or whatnot. So, you know, I used to hang around them, man, just being around grown folks all the time. So even when I got older, I used to just hang around most of the cats in the neighborhood that was like 5, 6 years older than me. So I grew up kind of fast. Always that kid, you know, just listening. Sometimes, you know, grown men be talking business. Hey, boy, get out of here, boy. Close the door behind you. Don't be standing by the door either. You know what I mean? All that shit, yeah. I hang around like, boy, I see your feet, boy. You know, up under the door type shit. So I always been that inquisitive dude, man. I mean, all the way from the street side to where I come up from World Book encyclopedias, man. You know what I mean? So
wow.
So I was like,
everybody had one. Then as you get older, the M to the L's gone, L and M gone.
And in the thickest one with the S encyclopedia.
Nah,
you know what I mean? So,
I don't know about that. Everybody had that bookshelf. Who did have encyclopedias back then?
So you say A through B, that was World Book, and then your other ones, that was Childcraft, and that showed you how to make airplanes and all that shit. So on the days when I couldn't really go out and play or if the weather was bad, man, I just sit in and just read encyclopedias. So I learned so much at an early age, man. I'm talking about a lightweight geek. Like I could tell you can line up 8 bird eggs on this table. I tell you which one: blue jay, robin, cardinal, all that shit. Go through the woods. I tell you, I point out at least 8 different trees. You know what poison ivy look like. So I always been a dude out in the woods. You know what I mean?
You been dealing with information.
Yeah, I've been on that shit. Just info. Period. This lightweight geek, but still had that other side in me. You know, from my uncles, just being nosy. You know, watching them count money back in like late 70s, early 80s. That's a lot of goddamn money.
Come on, my money ever count?
Back then, it might have been just 10,000 all in one room.
10,000 might like 100 there back then.
It was crazy.
That's 100,000.
Like, man, you see them counting all that money, boy. You know, so man, just played a little baseball. I was pretty wicked. I had a wicked curveball.
Who played with Ben Hill?
Santown. So the Santown A's, man. Yeah.
That was the A back then.
Santown.
When they changed
A's.
to the Vikings.
Well, you know, they had, but Santown used to have that little league team and a big league team. So they had the A's, the Braves, Astros. Santown used to have like
well, it's different in baseball though.
Yeah. Baseball.
They might have different. Every different age group might have a different.
Different teams. But then I tried football for a minute, but after, went to Bunch Middle School, Fickett Elementary, ended up going to Thurl as far as high school. So I stayed in line. But I ain't gonna lie, when it came to high school though, I was trying to go to Mays because I fucked around and went and sat on their side at one of their games and saw them beautiful ass women. We had some nice women at Thurl, but bro, I was
on the west side. All the way up to this new generation. Mays was a school where all the pretty, sedity, middle class, suburban girls went to.
Their parents was doctors,
everybody else had hoods.
Dentists.
Doug, Washington, Thurl, everybody. Everybody
see,
was project school.
We like, I would say, because in our neighborhood, right in Heritage Valley, it's this one street called Ingledale that separates everybody. So Ingledale is one side, like lower middle class, and the other side, that's when the doctors and the principals and the dentists over there. The houses get a little bigger. You see more Mercedes. But on this side, you see a lot of Lincolns. My dad used to always keep a fresh Lincoln with white interior, white CB telephone. So we never had the Mercedes, but we always had more cars in our driveway than average. You know what I mean?
Well, the baseball player stayed on that side street down there, didn't it?
Hank Aaron.
Yeah.
Right on Adams.
Right there.
Yeah. See, the houses, they got a little bigger around
that
that
definitely
time,
when you start.
and Adams. Because that Cascade, man, it's such a historic spot. You know what I mean?
It is.
And that name came from, back during the war. Cascade Falls. And a lot of the soldiers, that's why they preserved that one area right there by Harbin, Cascade Preserve.
Yeah. I don't walk through the trail.
Yeah, that trail. And that's where the soldiers used to go to take their break or whatnot. So all that, the Battle of Utoy Spring, right there where Home Depot is, yeah, it's a lot of bodies that's buried around there, man. They say a lot of them neighborhoods built over graveyards. So there's a lot of houses like spirits and
take me back. I ain't know nothing about that.
Yeah, it was about five houses in my neighborhood that people just see folks floating around like it wasn't nothing.
So that's how they end up making the name Cascade?
Yeah, Cascade Falls, because it was like the water used to just go down there like a cascade, cascade through there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, all that shit there. Honestly, I don't know if you remember, but it's a few of them left in certain areas, but back from the 60s, and they might have took them down around the mid-90s, but there used to be signs right in front of each community and let you know what happened back. It'll give you the history. The history. Hey, right here at Cascade Falls, the Battle of Utoy, and they'll tell you how many soldiers died. And
it's about it's about the little things that like little brass things.
Yeah, there you go.
Little brass things. I know exactly what
you're
talking
about. You don't have to see them like you used to.
No, for real. No, you right about that shit.
There was a whole gang of them around the neighborhood.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Once again, I was a lightweight geek, man. Yeah. So I was nosy. I was like, hold on, let me see what that shit say.
You see, I know what you're talking about. I never read it, but I know exactly what you're talking about, though.
Yeah, certain neighborhoods still have it. But, so yeah, man, just being Ben Hill, just that whole area, bro. That's why I came up, man, and, shit, just been having the same friends since elementary school. A lot of people can't say that. You hear a lot of folks say, yeah, I grew up here, but then we moved to Decatur. Then, we had to go out of town and we moved back to Atlanta. So just think of how many friends you
accumulated
and really get out of touch with. But me, I've been just in Ben Hill, Southwest Atlanta all my life until I got in music business. That's when I started, traveling and whatnot. But yeah, I've been having the same friends since first grade type shit.
Ben Hill, most of the Ben Hill people in the Ben Hill community like that, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people. But you got to think, too.
All of us like one human from knowing each other.
You got to think about this, too, though, Toomp. It was a lot of low-income apartments.
Yeah.
A lot of projects.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was a lot of houses.
A lot of houses.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And if your parents got a house, they weren't going nowhere back then.
That's right.
Ain't no get their house and sell their house for them to go up. No, we finna be in the house 20, 30 years.
Finna ride out. Yeah, because we moved in our house. Because my sister, my mom and dad was staying over there on Bolton Road. See, a lot of people tell you, most people from Ben Hill, they'll tell you around 68 they was on Bolton Road. Then later on in the 70s, that's when they moved to Ben Hill.
Oh, God damn.
You know what I mean?
He said, hold on. I don't even go that far back. Hey, that's
falling in the hairline. You know what I mean? For real. So yeah, we moved in our house right when we was born in '69. So still got the same house. You know what I mean? My little brother, he'd be there. I know I'd be there half the time, about to renovate it, but I would never sell that house unless somebody really just give me something that I really.
I'm gonna get us some of that NFL, Georgia Dome.
Yeah, it's got to be something crazy.
The Ben Stadium money.
Yeah, but for right now, that's just where I grew up, man. There's so many memories, so much history. I never sell that. I'm gonna hold on to that joint, man. So but like you were saying, there was a lot of projects, but a lot of folks who came to Atlanta don't really know that most of the projects were once nice joints. Now, King Ridge,
I used to stay in King Ridge.
Yeah, and you gotta understand now, King Ridge was really built for the airport employees. Remember, they used to have a big Delta building over there by Greenbrier? And they used to actually sell plane tickets right in the middle of the mall. I think they still do now.
I am.
So Greenbrier Mall was once really a golf course. That whole area was a golf course.
So Greenbrier Mall was a golf course.
That's why every once in a while the floors used to be cracking because the moisture because they dried a lake out. So it was like a big.
So it was.
It was a golf course.
Shit, now so.
With a big ass.
He don't even know this right here.
Yeah, it was a golf course with a big ass pond. So I don't know if you remember, but you remember now Greenbrier used to have a downstairs with the theater.
I remember that.
Okay, boom.
Yeah.
So
don't nobody go no more.
So
but
every few years, the tile used to go to cracking up in there because that moisture from that shit make the tile pop up. And they used to always have to keep repairing the floors every few years and shit. Yeah, because it used to be a golf course with a big ass pond. Same thing from 5 Point Station. That was a big river, like a creek running through there back in the days downtown too.
Really?
A lot of history, man. But So you got Kings Ridge, the Delta employees, and boom, airport right up the street. King Ridge was some nice ass apartments,
Yeah,
bro.
it was.
You talking about 3 swimming pools, 2 small ones, and one big Olympic joint.
Yeah.
Real
With
high
the center.
end.
With the center.
Huh?
With the center. And they had the center.
yeah, the whole, yeah.
Being the center where you used to have the summer camps and stuff.
Yeah, you know, and of course, you know.
And then the shit was so big, they closed down apartments in the back.
There you
It was
go.
a whole nother
Used to
set
call
of
it the
apartments in
island.
the back.
We used to call it the island, yeah.
See, by the time I was young, they were closed.
Yeah, they
See,
closed
they used
down.
to say, don't go up there. We used to go up there and play in the buildings.
It's kind of like on the hill.
Yeah, go up the
through
little
there.
hill.
There you
Facts,
go.
yeah.
Yeah, the island. That's what we called it. So, yeah, a lot of this stuff, man, just so much history on this side, man. When you think about Campbellton Road, bro, this was like right now, what would you say is the blackest strip in
There was the Black Buckhead.
boom. So right now, you would say
Yeah, this
what
is
the
Black
blackest
Buckhead.
strip might be either Candler Road or maybe Old National right now. Campbellton Road, like late 70s, 80s, no, just 70s, 80s. I won't even say late, bruh. Come on, man. You had Ponderosa, Hungry Bull, the Red Lobster, Bonanza, all kind of restaurants, but it was all kind of black-owned clubs up and down this joint, owned by nothing but OG dudes. You know what I mean? Like, we had a real black mafia.
So
back
it was
then,
on. So it was a restaurant up and down.
all up and down this joint.
So what a Red Lobster was.
Red Lobster was right there before you get to the YMCA. Let's say right after you go over
Okay.
that bridge, and to
Right
your
past
left,
Apple-
it was on the left hand
Right, we passed
side.
Apple Tree. Before you pass Apple Tree after.
There you go before you get Apple Tree on the left hand side.
Right there where the little what ended up making tap out, the after hour
There you
spot.
go.
Ended up
Yeah.
making tap spot.
Yeah, that
Right
was
beside the nurse's place.
Yep. So it was Hungry Bull next to that, and
Wow.
it was Red Lobster. Yes, sir.
That's crazy, ain't it, Bill?
Yeah.
Now, see, I like see me.
But it was
I like
clubs,
shit like
but
this.
It was at least 12 clubs up and down this motherfucker, and it started from Mr. V's, which was right there, Westgate Plaza.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're
Which was
talking about.
Illusions, we've seen it go through a few joints. So it was Mr. V's. Then you had those post clubs. All of them was popping off.
229.
That one that's still open where the OGs be at.
Yeah,
you know
back-
what I mean?
back there.
Then
Yeah.
you had Marco. So all these clubs were back to back. I'm talking about all the way till you get to Ellery's is where it stopped.
Was no, you just said that. And you
Yeah,
should took listen. You said that, and I'm listening,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm registering. I forgot that used to be called Club Illusions.
Yeah, it was Illusions. Yeah.
Forgot about
Oh yeah, it was.
And the reason I'm remembering this shit now because I used to go to MBK.
Okay. Yeah.
You know
My
what I'm
brother
saying?
keeper. They'll go
Yeah, we
right.
used to walk straight
Yeah,
from
right
King
there.
Reed, walk
Yeah.
straight out there.
And see, we used to ride our bikes up to Mr. V's, man, to watch all the stars go in there. You know what I mean? I saw Larry Blackman from Cameo pulling up in his Ferrari. We on our bikes like, damn. You know what I mean? You could be on your bikes at 10 o'clock, at night back then. That was before all the Wayne Williams shit kicked.
Oh shit, we'll be out back then,
We
1
was
o'clock in
packed
the
out
morning.
anyway. I ain't gonna lie. Even with the Wayne Williams shit, we were ready to fight, but we just carried knives and all, bro. We were like, nigga, anybody just ask us where we going, bro, we gonna swarm on them. Don't let them get out the car.
I'll tell you.
Boy, you ain't finna catch us dead, bro. We ain't finna be. No, we
I'll
gonna
tell
jump
you, boy.
grown man.
I'll tell
We
you,
gonna
boy.
kill you
For
out
real,
here.
for real.
So, yeah, bro. So it was a lot of, like, Mr. V's was the VIP spot. Like, you had black folks, basically like 112. You'll feel like shit back in the days if you came to Atlanta and you go
didn't go
back
Mr.
and tell
V's.
your folks that you didn't go to 112. Mr. V's was that spot. But back then it was a dress code. Like, you couldn't get in with none of what we got on.
You gotta have on.
Oh, suits. You had to have on dress pants and a dress shirt, bro. No sneakers, none of that.
They used to have it on.
You got, I wasn't old enough.
I said they used to put that
Oh,
shit
yeah,
on.
hell
They used to
yeah.
have it on.
Yeah, but you got to think the dress code really stopped when, really Meech and them might have fucked up the dress code. Yeah. But Meech was the
Especially that
nigga who used to
Buckhead.
put on clothes too, though. See, when he first started coming out here, it was just him and like 2 or 3 Detroit dudes. All them used to do is wear black. But that's when the dress code was really strict. When you hear 112, Club Dion's, Dominique's, and
Before
Diamonds
Trump
and
came.
Pearls. Yeah.
Before Trump came.
Yeah. So you had to really put on clothes, bro. It wasn't even jeans and loafers and dress shirt. You couldn't do that. No, you can't get in with them jeans. We don't care who you play for.
Facts.
How many slam dunks,
Yeah,
home runs,
they used to turn the guy
touchdowns.
back around then.
Hey, go back, change clothes. We'll let you in, sir. Rappers, we don't care who you were. Run DMC, they had to get clean. Go to 112. You can't get in like that.
They made him take the Adidas off.
Hey, bro, they had to get clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had the Phoenix. But once again, Campbellton Road, oh, boy, it was the blackest strip ever, bro. Nothing could touch Campbellton Road in the 70s and 80s, bro, period. Like, you couldn't come to Atlanta without touching Campbellton Road, bro.
Yeah, this
Like
shit
I
is
say, we
crazy.
talking about from Mount Gilead all the way down to Delow. That's where it stopped at.
When the hell did they make Greenbrier Mall?
I think, well, first of all, if I'm not mistaken, Greenbrier was the first enclosed mall because it was an open mall at first. That's why you see them stores that's on the outside. Because Greenbrier didn't have a roof at first. See, malls were just open, like kind of like how them outlet stores is. When you go like either north or south. That's how Greenbrier was. And they say that, matter of fact, that's why the bird cage is still in Greenbrier. You remember when they had the bird cage in there? Used to be a bird cage, used to be a merry-go-round, all kind of shit. So, yeah.
I don't remember that.
They might have took the bird cage out around like 89, maybe.
Yeah, I definitely don't remember that.
Yeah, but it used to be bird cages in there because it was really an outdoor mall. So if you now that I'm telling you that, look at Greenbrier, you'll say, oh shit, all they did was just put a plastic roof on top of it.
Yeah, I know that.
Because it was an open space. That's why you see a lot of them stores that's facing the parking lot.
Instead of being in the mall.
Instead of being in the mall, because it was really it was an outdoor, yeah. So they say that was the first experiment when they decided to close a mall in. You know what I mean?
In Atlanta?
Yeah, and the first Chick-fil-A.
In Atlanta?
Yeah. That particular mall. And then they say from then on, that's when they start making enclosed.
So that where Chick-fil-A came from, Greenbrier Mall?
Yeah.
God damn it, stop playing. Hold on, god damn it. Hold on. Motherfucker, Chick-fil-A
what,
started here, nigga.
But and the Dwarf House might have been first, but as far as besides the Dwarf House, the first location
like Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Not Dwarf House. That's a whole other thing.
Dwarf
Dwarf House is not Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
them two different things.
Yeah, because you fuck around to get a fish.
Now you fuck around and get some pancakes and that motherfucker, some grits and eggs.
So the first Chick-fil-A, yeah, definitely Greenbrier. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Boy,
like I said, Greenbrier was an open mall, so that's why it was just some real history on it. Shit, that shit might have been there since maybe like 66 or 67.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
I was born in 69, so.
Was Piccadilly there?
I think Piccadilly been there. Yeah, Piccadilly ain't going nowhere. Them motherfuckers grandfathered in, literally. Piccadilly. Still with them damn corn sticks.
Yeah, it is. You ain't there lying, boy. You ain't there lying.
Hey,
when did Magic Johnson Theater come?
I think Magic came in the 90s, bro. Because, see, like I said, we had the theater downstairs. You know, you had a little ticket booth. You buy the tickets upstairs, then go down the escalator. And they might have had like about 4 different cinemas. Matter of fact, I saw Eddie Murphy Raw down there when that came out back then.
Wow.
Yeah.
Y'all don't even know what that is.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. There's a lot of people don't even know Eddie Murphy was doing stand-up, man.
Hey, that might be one of his hardest stand-ups ever.
Period. Yes,
like if you like comedy, please go watch.
Go watch Eddie Murphy Raw for
Thanks.
sure. Yeah, he went in.
He couldn't do it now.
Oh no.
Oh, boy, you do some shit like that now, boy.
Lately, I've been seeing him asking comedians, you know, like, damn, man, how I'm supposed to really do this shit. And I'm thinking, and it's kind of like the Andre 3000 type shit. You know, niggas want to do it, but they just don't know how to fit in. Like, really, just do what you do.
Just do what you do.
Yeah, man.
They think Dave Chappelle some shit. They think David Chappelle some.
Oh yeah, yeah. And see, but then at the same time, generations though, because you like you may show your nephew or whatever, might be what 18, 19, a little nephew or something. Hey man, watch Eddie Murphy Raw. Guess what?
He might not understand.
That shit might not hit him.
He might not understand. Yeah.
He be like, man, put that Cat Williams back on. He be like, for real? Yeah. Not the shit on Cat, but you're like, damn, man, you don't think
this classic right here, bro.
Yeah. It took my daughter. She's what? She just turned 15. It took her a minute to really understand Sanford and Son, man. But when she was like 10, I was like, yo, watch this right here. She was like,
Sanford and Son hard.
What now? Oh boy, she trip off that shit.
Sanford and Son
that shit hard.
When the flea market came, was the flea market always been there too?
Flea market was a car dealership at first. I think that was a Ford dealership right there. That's
the
why
whole building.
You see the big glass part in front of that on Hetland? That was the showroom. That's where all the cars used to be, like a regular car dealership.
Wow.
All this was car dealerships right here. Lincoln Continental used to be right here. As a matter of fact, it was a Ford. No, I don't know what dealership that was, but it was a. Man, you had all this right here. That's why these buildings are the way they were. These were the showroom for the cars.
Damn.
Yeah, it was car dealerships. All. That's what I'm saying. When I say Campbellton Road was the most busy.
This is where you come to for anything. It don't matter.
Man, we bought our first Lincoln Continental. Oh, here, white interior, white CB telephone, white Lincoln Continental.
What going on MLK?
Shit, nothing too much.
What going on Bankhead?
Shit. Oh, you know what a bounce is? That used to be, well, now it's the bank. That club was called, how can I forget that shit? Never been there, but my grandma was staying in Bowen home. So I used to always look at that little club right before we get on the highway. Oh, it hit me later on, but yeah, that's been a club.
When they took the movie theater down on Bankhead? When they took that down?
Talking about the drive-in?
Drive-in.
I think they took that around like mid or early 80s. Yeah. And then we started going to the one on Moreland because we used to go either one. Like, matter of fact, it was an old movie called Mandingo. And I remember being in the drive-thru watching that, man. Pop used to order the shit. They used to bring the little juices and shit to the car or whatnot. Yeah, man. So, yeah.
Sit on your window and shit.
Sit on the window. You put the little speaker right there.
Don't even do that shit no more, do it. You got
you just tune in now.
I'm about to sit the shit on your window, bring you the shit. You just put it in your car now and here.
Yeah, I think you just right. I think you got to walk up and get your shit now.
For real?
I always said if I did, I
they don't bring this shit no more. Like, that was the hardest shit. The man bring you your shit.
I always told somebody I would love to do a 2022 drive-in theater, man. I'll have some badass women on roller skates. You know what I mean?
They wouldn't even watch the movie.
Hey, man. No, you watch the movie.
No,
you with your woman.
Hey, come back again. Hey, man, I didn't get a chance to see the movie. Get another ticket, man. I'm going to get another ticket, man.
Yeah, man. So you got to think, though. Shit, I can't take away the Ben Hill side of it. We had Ben Hill Theater.
Ben Hill had a theater, too?
Yeah, right there. You know where the racetrack is? On Barge? Right there. That was Ben Hill Theater, and there was a Reed Drug Store next to it. Yeah, that used to be Ben Hill Theater, right across from the churches. Yeah, I remember.
For real?
Friday 13th, and
it's about the little with the little building there now. Okay.
Yeah, it's the mosque now. I think it's
the
the
mosque.
mosque. Yeah, that was Ben Hill Theater. Yeah, I watched Beach Street. What's that? Friday 13th. All them movies. I watched all them shits over there. Bro.
Damn.
Yeah, and like you say, Westgate Theater. Then you had Greenbrier. So we had basically 3 theaters just on one. Within.
That shouldn't even quarter mile away from each other.
What I'm saying.
Literally.
But we had more density back then, so it was them apartments and all that shit. All that shit, and right there where the flea market is, right there in Westgate Plaza, that was an A&P. It was an A&P grocery store, and where the African meat shop is, that was a Dairy Queen. So the more density in certain areas, that's what keeps it busy. So that's why the Delos side of Campbellton Road, it gets more busy down there because it's more active apartments down there. A lot of these apartments then got shut down, or either they trying to rebuild them. And when you get to Ben Hill, a lot of them, it ain't really too much density down there. So
when you get to that side, you starting to get into that Tri-City area too.
Yeah, and it started getting real busy. Point, yeah. And even before you get to Lee Street, you got to think of how many different sets of apartments.
It's a shitload before you get to Lee Street.
Before you get to Lee
Street.
That's
a long way to Lee Street.
So that's why that side of Campbellton Road
that's a long way to Lee Street.
Just stays so busy.
Then you ain't see Campbellton made the news about they got the club at the car wash.
No.
You ain't seen the club at the car wash?
No, bro. I'm lame as fuck to that. Where is that? What side of Campbellton? Where?
Down going toward Lee Street. Right when you pass, what's the name of the street right with the Chevron at?
Sylvan? No,
Sylvan.
That's not Sylvan.
No, ain't Sylvan.
No, that's
God
dang.
Damn, I don't forget the name of this damn
that's
street.
Bad. Yeah, that's
it's
bad,
real
boy.
bad. It's real bad. It's real bad. I'm thinking about the expressway. Hold on. How the hell am I forgetting that right there?
Yeah, because the exit right there too. Yeah.
Cause that was Pool Creek at. I forget. But you know what I'm talking about. But as soon as you pass there, they got the car wash right there. Right before when you get to the fort.
Mm-hmm.
They be clubbing it up. More people be parking, going to clubs like a club. I seen it on
right now.
I seen it on the you be seeing stuff on the thing. They were like, but I don't seen it all. Atlanta got a club at the car wash. And I'm like, well, they on Campbellton. They really
and
people really pulling
that
up.
Might be working too.
Yeah. I ain't never been there. I just seen it. And I was like,
I'll stop you there.
They Campbellton. They Campbellton from the top to the bottom.
It's a little different. I don't care how much history I got in this mud, boy. I ain't in no hurry.
Nah.
But it's crazy how they building this up. Like you see it right across the street. What they doing, man? So and these apartments right behind the McDonald's, they about to run through those too. Those about to get.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, they about to run through those. So a lot of density is coming up around here. And if you go down Adams right now, if you go down Childress, shit, man, it's like some 2 million, $1.5 million houses being built around there.
Houses get big as shit down
Yeah, they getting big. So that lets you know that it's coming back. Because you got to think about how much money. First of all, you got to think the city has a lot of money to play with. This city has a crazy budget.
Yeah.
So just think, Lennox didn't need no damn facelift. Phipps didn't either. But guess what? They just had to spend that money. So then they went through the downtown area. Now you're seeing all these glass verticals coming up to now the skyline is really going to connect all the way to Buckhead. Like, you go to New York, you see all
the buildings, everything,
yeah,
all
so
big.
from downtown all the way to Buckhead, all those shit's about to be connected. It's just going to be a long line of just verticals, basically. It's getting like that. If you ride down 75 now, just pay attention to it. So the West End, well, Summerhill, you see how they, like Georgia Avenue?
They came down there and brrr.
Come on, bro. That's like 80% white people now.
It's about that bad.
Niggas with wife beaters walking their pits to white
Olympics
Yorkies.
didn't even clear it out. Olympics didn't even clear it out.
No, it didn't. And they thought it would.
Olympics didn't even clear
I
it
used to
out.
have a repair shop. Me and my dad and them had a spot over there on Terry Street. And
I know exactly what that's
I watched that, right by the old Cheney Stadium.
Right
so
around
we
the
watched
corner.
that shit go through so many phases, man. And my dad and them used to own a lot of property.
Don't know, but they don't even know about Cheney Stadium.
A lot of folks don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They think Turner Field.
Yeah, they think Turner Field.
You know what I'm saying?
Not to mention the original
Fulton County
Stadium. The Falcons and the Braves played in the same stadium.
Facts. They don't even.
Yeah.
It's history. And that's why I say that's why I love shows like this. Why I like you being up here like this is history. Like some of these, it's some youngins who like call themselves knowing about the history of Orlando and shit, but they don't even know. They don't even know shit like this.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they don't know about none of this. Like this is the culture. Like these are the things that built this city.
Yeah.
These are the things that if this wouldn't have happened, these people would have been at this club, they wouldn't have got the idea to start this and do this.
Right.
Which birthed this artist right here and this producing.
And honestly, and you're right. And for me dropping these right here, these jewels, that should spark some type of idea to maybe another young cat getting the bag around here who could say, damn, okay, the Campbellton Road is building back up. Or a lot of, didn't even know that Campbellton Road was actually here. Especially, I'm talking about all the clubs were black-owned clubs now. We talking about from Mr. V's all the way to Ellery's. Man, it was at least 10 clubs on this whole strip owned by us. So, and not to mention the restaurants. And they about to go crazy over there in the Greenbrier area too. You can see it happening. They ain't knocked that theater down for nothing. They trying to get everything. So now
and they're going fast.
Yeah, so the money is starting to get spent on our side of town. Finally, you see what's happening on Bankhead too. You know what I mean? So now that should spark an idea for somebody to say, all right, man, maybe next 2-3 years, let me try to put a nice restaurant on here. Matter of fact, let me set up now. While it's at this stage,
so I'll be already ready.
You'll be ready when it's time. You'll be right there in position. So, hopefully somebody will hear that and take that bag and do that.
Hey, you talking
youngster out there who may have his mind right, Shit, one of us.
You see him goddamn, I'm telling you, man, the wheel's spinning.
And right now, you see what's happening in Atlanta, man. It's a boom as far as black restaurants. Everybody got a Sunday brunch, and Sunday brunch got lines around the building.
Around the corner.
Saturday and Sunday. Not to mention my man Puncho. Down at Breakfast at Barney's. Have you been there?
Shout out to Puncho. What?
That's my guy, man.
Shout out that boy Puncho, man.
Incredible, bro. That's my dude.
Just left him down there.
Yeah, man. Puncho is real nigga.
Everything down there good.
Everything. Listen, I just had.
Hold on, Toomp. Motherfuckers say that shit and just be saying it and motherfuckers ain't try everything.
Oh, you got to try everything.
Everything.
The salmon.
And I'm talking about like
French toast, boy. I'm talking about
French toast. Hold on. The French toast is good, but they don't change the game. They got a fucking pancake that don't need no syrup.
Oh, that's real. Oh, and when you order it, shit. Let's say if all of us sitting at a table,
it's enough for all of us. We full.
Enough for all of us, bro. Each one of us get one tray.
A big old thing.
And boy,
we ain't even gonna eat all that, bro. Too much pancake.
What I didn't call myself whipping some pancakes, bro. I don't know what they doing.
And it stays moist.
There you go. You know what's happening. That's
exactly
so
you don't need no. Listen, you ain't never had a pancake that you don't need syrup for, dog.
Period.
And it ain't dry.
It ain't dry. Yeah, man.
I don't know how the hell they do
it. They got
them salmon croquettes.
Man, I'm gonna tell you. And I even jumped off. I even
had some of that from that too.
I jumped off the breakfast and did the turkey meatloaf one day.
Oh, the turkey meatloaf. The turkey meatloaf go crazy too. Hey, listen, man.
And the ambiance, just the
whole ambiance
customer
hard
service,
too.
man.
Yeah.
Hey man, well I'm proud of that boy, man.
Nah, for real.
You know, me and Puncher, we go all the way back to standing in one line at 112 at 3.
Nah, he solid. He took care of us when we was down there too.
Oh yeah,
You know
he showed love.
Nah,
No,
definitely
solid,
for real.
Yeah, man.
You know
So,
what I'm saying?
and that's where we are, man. It's like, you know, I'm glad to see a lot of these black businesses taking off around here again. You know, there's room for plenty more, man. Whoever got that right recipe. You know, we've been waiting for Shawty to bring that Bankhead seafood. I'm like, boy, y'all done got us aroused, and boy, it's like, are we ever gonna bust?
I'm telling you, man. We need that Bankhead seafood,
And
man.
we need the same recipe.
Gotta have the same recipe.
Yes, man.
Gotta have a plate full of it.
I wonder why they didn't just open it back in the same spot though where it was.
I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you though, so it's impossible now to get a Bankhead seafood plate like that. That motherfucker be $40.
You think so, man?
Man, listen,
Man,
Toomp, listen, Toomp,
like an $8 plate,
and you can't even close it.
That's right.
You walking there with an $8 plate, you gonna get more fish and fries. You gonna get so much fish, you can't even close the thing. $10 plate.
And then when you try to close, the fish be so hot it's burning through the damn. It's burning through the foam.
The real thing
is
when the line long and that
Boy,
thing, man. Nah,
man.
for real, man.
But bro, like so much Atlanta history, man. Really, man. I'm really waiting to see what they're gonna do with Bowen Homes. That whole
Nothing.
But they done cleared that shit out for something, bro.
Bankhead Court. That motherfucker like a forest. Bankhead like a forest. Man, Bowen Homes look like a forest right now.
I would love to just walk through that motherfucker.
I would too. I be saying it every time I ride by. So every time I ride by, I be saying the same thing.
I want me to tell you what made me think about that when I saw the Bombs Over Baghdad video.
For real.
That, you know, because they were running through
Yeah,
Bowen
they
Homes.
right by my house.
Yeah. And when I saw that, I was like, man, what that shit look like right now?
I'll never forget that day.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that day.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that
And see,
day.
that's how everybody feel about the old car wash, Benzabeamer. That's what they did that video.
Oh, right there on Ben Hill.
Yeah, no, well, the car wash right before you before you make that left to go to
Ben Hill.
They just turned to a gas station, right across from what's my man name? The soul food spot. Big Daddy's.
Big Daddy.
Right across from Big
Oh,
Daddy's.
right across from Big Daddy's. Okay,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
that was the main car wash. You had the Ben Hill car wash on that side, but that car wash right here, yeah, that was the one. That was what they did Benzabeamer video. That's where they filmed that. So you watch it again, you'll say, oh shit, I see what part of Campbellton Road.
Oh, okay. No,
Yeah,
okay.
Future was in there and everything when he was a youngin. Yeah,
No,
you gotta
for
check
real.
it out. Yeah,
No, for
a lot of
real.
history around there.
So at what age did you start getting into the music?
Shit, man. Actually, I've been loving music for the longest. Cause my dad, you know, he used to be signed to Buddha Records. That was the same label like Curtis Mayfield and the Impressions. They were signed to Buddha, and they had real strong ties down here in Atlanta. So my dad taught me how to sing back in like maybe the 70s. So actually, man, you know, we think in the 70s, bro, it wasn't no rap, no DJing. If you wanted to get into any type of music business, either you gonna have to play an instrument or know how to sing. So I learned how to sing. I used to try to play the guitar. Yeah, so but actually getting into the business, that started around 85. You know what I mean? Being at Jelly Bean skating rink, used to be Greenbrier skating rink, right over down Stone Road. And
I wonder what they're gonna do with that. I ain't did nothing with that building
you know
either.
what? Somebody just had the Maze and Doug. After the Maze and Doug game, they just had a big party.
I thought they be office. I think they had bar mitzvahs in there.
Yeah,
they be setting it up in there.
Yeah. They rent it out now, but they say it still look like the skating rink. They say the big floor is open and everything.
I've never been in there before though.
You haven't? Oh yeah, a lot of history out of Jelly Bean skating rink. Yeah, man. But from being in there, you know, I used to just listen to a lot of stuff, and that's when I really just started getting into the whole. That was my first taste of the nightlife. You know what I mean? Once again, I was hanging out with folks like 5, 6 years older than me. So if hey, Miss Davis, we're going to be back around 12 o'clock, but he good. You know what I mean? So,
How old you were then?
Shit, like 12, 11.
So they got you at the club
11
like
to
12,
12,
11,
yeah, well,
11,
Jelly
12.
Bean skate rink, because, they stay open late, So, of course, 12 o'clock was late to us back then.
Yeah.
So,
Because that's how MBK was.
yeah, same thing. There you go. So, just that little taste of it, that's when I really just started paying attention to, music and how it affects people and how people move when they hear their first song, their favorite song, just run to the floor and all that type shit. And so I would say some of the hot records that back then was like Flashlight,
Flashlight.
Yeah, Parliament. It's one skate song called Rapper Dapper Snapper about Edwin Bird's song. It's
I never heard that.
It's a cold record. Matter of fact, De La Soul used it on Me, Myself, and I. They sampled that.
Wow.
It's called, Edwin Bird's song, Rapper Dapper Snapper. Watch, some niggas go on YouTube gonna pull that shit up. And it's jamming. It's hard, too. It's a skate record. When you hear it, you're just gonna think of niggas skating with afros and shit. song. You know what I'm saying? So I was listening to music in a whole nother way, man, like totally different. You know, like somebody might say, oh, I like that song right there. I'd be like, yeah, you hear them guitars? Or you hear them trumpets? Like, what the hell are they doing? So I was listening to music in a whole nother way. That's when I knew it was something else. It was something in store for me, man. So first time I picked up a guitar, started playing a few joints I heard on the radio. I never really got good at it, but when I got on the piano, I started playing a few tunes. And I was like, okay. And somebody had told me, like, hey, man, you got a good ear. Like, you far from tone deaf. Like, you playing the exact notes of how that song go. Even if I sing it, I would sing it at the, you know, because like I said, I learned how to sing at an early age. And so around 82, man, around 79, 80, that's when I started learning words to records like Rapper's Delight. Started getting more into hip hop. You know, I wasn't really singing too much. I started just learning rap records. And man, I've tried DJing for the first time in 82, and ended up being great at it. Started doing little house parties. I'm talking about 7th, 8th grade, bunch middle school, doing proms and all that type shit. So, and there was an older cat in the neighborhood. Like I say, man, I don't know if I had a little old spirit, but older cats used to just take into me. This dude named Jelly Dog, JD. And
nigga had some name back then.
Yeah, DJ
That
Jelly Dog.
what you said to yourself. Nigga had some name back then, boy.
Yeah, man. And he stayed right up the street from me. Like, you know, my parents knew him. All of us in the neighborhood knew each other. Me and his son played together. And he started taking me on gigs. Once he figured out that I knew how to work the mixer and the turntables, yeah, I was doing grown folks parties, man, 7th and 8th grade. Little young nigga on the turntables, DJing for grown people and shit. So that's when. So when I start learning records and the whole breakdown and what records can mix with each other, man, next thing you know, I get to a studio, playing around on the drum machine, find out that I can make beats. Because I was already good at doing that shit in school on the table, like making some of the hardest joints. I can't really do it now, my hand fucked up. But I used to make some cold beats. I can only imagine. Being in class. You know how you, like the desk, and that had that steel, you hit it, sound like boom, ding, ding, boom. The pencil, you know, sound for the snare. Oh yeah, I was sick with it. So when I got on the drum machine,
so you be that nigga.
There you go. Yeah. David, stop it. Okay, I done finished my work. You know, give me a hall pass or something. I'm getting bored.
I'll tell you.
Start joning or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I finished my work before everybody. I'm ready to. I'm
getting frigid now.
Yeah,
goddamn it.
And they used to just give me the hall pass. Let me just walk through the school and shit. But and man, I would say. My 10th grade at Thero, pep rally, it was Kool Ace, which was Kool-Aid back then, Brian Flemister. You know, Kool used to cut hair. Yeah. He was a star basketball player. Kool is really a jack of all trades, man. That boy can do everything. He could rap, he could produce, sing, everything.
He's a master entertainer.
Yeah, hustling. Oh, he used to have a little spot right across the street. Matter of fact, it was a studio right here, because this used to be a Lincoln dealership. But then my homeboy, I can't think of his name, who had the dealership. Damn, that's crazy, man. I feel like I'm 53 for real. I used to remember a gang of shit. How this shit just don't pop up.
No, it's just so much new information that you just can't find it.
That's what it is, yeah. It's definitely in here. Yeah, it's a folder. Yeah, I got to pull that folder up. Yeah. So during the pep rallies, Raheem and Kool used to be rapping. You know, it's a little center part at Thero with a little amphitheater where we, like, for lunchtime, you can go out there and chill. Niggas used to fight out there, wrestle and everything. And so that we used to have the pep rallies. And they used to always be out there rapping and whatnot. And one time, Raheem, you know, he had this guy named Kenneth Bray. He used to do the beatbox. Like, he knew how to do that shit before everybody. You know what I mean? And so around 85, 85, I was in 10th grade, and Kenneth, they was doing this song. Matter of fact, he just called it Raheem the Dream. And so the way Kenny was beatboxing, I was like, oh, I could put a real beat to that. So me and Raheem went to this studio called Logic 7 on Candler Road, across from the Hess gas station. Remember Hess? They used to sell the little trucks with that light up and shit. You know
it's about with the white and green sign?
Yeah, there you go, my nigga. Yeah. And
I ain't that old, but I
you
pay
know,
attention
yeah,
to
the toy, because everybody remember that. A lot of people still got their little truck. Yeah, you know, the light headlights and shit. And dude named Sergio Kroon, that was his studio, Logic 7. And yeah, man, I got in there playing around in this shit called the Drumulator and another one called the DMX. We recorded that shit on an Otari 8-track reel-to-reel. No ADATs, none of that. It was an 8-track reel-to-reel with a 1/2-inch tape. And we had to put all them vocals and them beats on that one tape, bro. We came out with that song, Raheem the Dream. So that was the first record I produced ever.
Wow.
10th grade, song in regular
That
rotation.
was a big ass song. That was a big ass song
Regular
too.
rotation. I'm going to class. My teacher's like, Davis, somebody told me that's your song I heard this morning. Yeah, that's me. Yeah,
Wow.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm that nigga in high school.
So your first record you ever produced was a fucking hit.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a fucking
You know what?
intro.
And I never looked at it like that.
It's a fucking intro.
Yeah, we was doing shows in Florida, and you know, my mom's like, make sure you get back because you got to go to school. You know what I mean? Because so 86, 85 when it came out, but 86, you know, he ended up, you know, Raheem graduated in 85, so he was able to go do shows. So some of the shows he had to do without me and just burn off the tape. But boy, she just made me so mad because I was getting show money, I was selling mixtapes, and I was DJing parties. So as a kid, man, I was having no less than like 500 a week, period. You know what I mean?
That was good money back then because shit cost nothing
man.
then.
Yeah.
Gas, 75 cents a gallon.
There you go.
Tennis shoes,
There you go.
$48,
Yeah,
$69 for joints.
So and see, and I'm a nigga what around by the time my 11th grade year, shit, man, my dad used to let me go in his jewelry box. I put on some of his necklaces and be at school fresh, diamond rings on and everything. Yeah, niggas didn't know what I was up to. Of course, we had some real hustlers at there around that time. A lot of them, Kimberly Court, some of them was in King Ridge. But I was playing the part. I was clean, bro. I used to come through that mud sparkling. You know what I mean?
You understand me? Yeah, I'm here.
Then. So that's why, honestly, man, that's why, like, even though, you know, just like you, like, I could tell how you carry yourself that this rap shit didn't make you cool. I know cats who went to school with you say, man, Parlay been that. He been a cool nigga. I need niggas to get cool. Still ain't cool, but they get cool.
They feel cool when they start,
They start getting
now
money.
now I'm,
Yeah, they got a little bit more than their lunch money and, you know, knocked off a few extra girls that they never thought they'd ever touch. You know what I mean? So, and that's why a lot of niggas be like, man, y'all just turn up just a little bit more. I'm like, man, I ain't never really been no turn up dude, man.
Bro, you from the SWAT, bro.
Yeah, I ain't never.
Y'all don't, that ain't what.
Yeah, I tell my story, but I ain't gonna turn up.
You got
Get in more videos, man. You know, I'm like, nigga, I'm good.
You got two type of niggas from the SWATs. All right. All SWAT niggas gonna get money.
Mm-hmm.
You got two type of niggas from the SWATs. You got the niggas who get quiet money, who just, you know, they buy nice shit. So you know they do something. And you got the super gangsters.
Yep. I never was a gangster, right? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Quiet
But
nigga.
Cameron had the first like where I seen gangster niggas get money.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, back then, gangsters just hung around the niggas who had money. And gangsters wasn't the one who hustled.
And see, and that's what I mean when I speak of us being on our bicycles up there at Mr. V. See, them were gangsters that wore suits. You know what I mean? Like, the people who owned that Mr. V's, they were the real ones. That's why when people talking about the black mafia, like, Atlanta has been that hub for a long time, since the mid-'70s. Everything come through here.
Yeah, nah, for real. It's still like that to this day.
Some of the richest pimps, you know what I mean? We don't want to talk about how that Auburn Avenue and that Metropolitan, Stewart Avenue.
Stewart.
Yeah. Some of the
From
biggest
the flea market to the AutoZone parking lot.
They the majority of their money in just in the city of Atlanta, period. And we talking about before crack came out, man. We talking about some badass prostitutes on the street, bro.
Yeah, they
Dressed in lingerie. I'm talking about model type.
That pimp stuff was something different.
And they were shipping them in from different cities to where you go down there one day. I mean, man, every player, let me tell you, I don't care how many women you're getting. A lot of cats will be in the car coming from whatever club. Hey, man, they ride down there and see what them women doing. What niggas didn't do that? Everybody used to have to ride.
Old school, you got to ride down Stewart.
You got to ride through the cut, man. You got to see what Stewart doing and you got to see what Auburn Avenue doing. And sometimes you might jump off and go and spend your little 50.
They talking about way back then.
Yeah.
Y'all playing pull on in the flea market parking lot.
That shit. I don't care how much of a player you is, bro. You'll see that one out there. You be like, man, shawty, hold on, man. Y'all pull on the park, man. I got 50. I'll be back. And it was safe. The pimps used to make sure that they be like, hey man, go on in that youngin. They just don't want you hitting them too hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, they're
Some
coming.
nigga pimp twice, you could have been a young nigga, then they gonna put your ass out on the pimp.
Hey, bro, you come around there
Yeah,
trying
they put your
come
ass
around there
out.
trying to be a porn star. Oh, they're coming there and stop you.
Yeah. While you're naked, nigga, don't even try. And it's just saying.
Hey, bro. But
From there,
I come from that area.
Nah,
that
for
era,
real.
for real.
It's from there, Raheem, first big record.
Yep.
How did it start rolling from there?
Well, we got Raheem, and then after we did that, we decided to do another single. And this studio that we worked out, my cats from New York, man, the Carthorne family. And they was rolling with Alpo and all them back then, but they ended up moving down here. They stayed in College Park, but my boy Chris, he ended up going to Thera. I think they stayed here and then they moved their family to College Park, but they came down here on some New York shit back in the like 80s or whatnot. You know, they was in the South for a while, but they was still just New York bound. So them boys were getting money back in like, 86, and they opened a studio right across from the old Crystals. Remember, I don't know if it come, my old studio building.
Of course.
Yeah, that's where I was.
But I don't remember Crystal's down there.
Yeah, there you go. Boom. So right across
Crystal's
from
ain't down there no more?
Nah, Crystal gone.
Well,
yeah, that
how
shit
long
done been
Crystal
like,
gone?
long time.
I paid attention, but
Yeah. That's them, you know, they turned that to some of everything.
That's Happy Wings or something now.
Yeah,
it's A-Town Wings.
A-Town Wings.
It's A-Town Wings now. It's
Yeah,
A-Town Wings now. That's what it is.
So, it was called Cartwright Studios. And, man, we went in there and made this song called Eliminator. Eliminator. You remember that? It wasn't as big as Raheem the Dream, but Eliminator was a lot of people's favorite song. That shit was hard. Like, Raheem was on some, like, LL Cool J shit back then.
I had to hear it.
Because you got to think, see, around, like, the 80s, of course, Sade, you know, he was really the first rapper to come out and really get some national notoriety. You know what I mean? But before Sade, it was a guy named Mojo who went to Washington High. Let Mojo handle it. Another song called Jump, Stump, and Twist.
I heard that before.
Yeah, so that did very well. Stump and Twist, then he had Let Mojo handle it, then he did Jump, Stump, and Twist. But so we did Eliminator. That song did pretty good on 104. I don't know if you remember 104. Well, you might not be born. But 104 was playing more rap than V103 back then. They on the weekend, they have a straight rap show for the whole Saturday night, all the way up to like 3 in the morning.
So it was just them and V103.
Yeah. And of course you had WAOK. But really the AM stations was banging harder than FM back
Hold
in
on,
the
time
80s.
out. And they said the AM stations.
Yes, WIGO.
I ain't never in my life listened to an AM station.
Yes.
I ain't never heard nothing work
I'm gonna
before.
tell you, I'm gonna give you straight history, man. There was a club, one that was in Buckhead called VIP. It was in like Burdette Plaza, which is where that new Kroger on Piedmont across from the Gold Room. Like if you at the Gold Room on Piedmont in Buckhead, across the street was a shit called Belvedere Plaza. And it was a club called VIP. It used to sit in the corner. And they used to do a live remote on WLK from there. And it was another club on West Peachtree called the Sans Souci with this guy named Keith Pollard. And he was the DJ. So the live remote, that just, you know how people be like, yeah, we live at it, the whatever club now? No, that started on AM. AM stations were doing that before anybody. So the FM stations that doing that now, they just really catching vapors. Like, and when they was doing those live remotes, man, you heard some of the most underground hip hop that wasn't even in the stores yet. Like, I first heard Planet Rock on an AM station. A lot of records, you know what I mean? So
Was Edward J around this time?
Edward J, I think I didn't really hear about Edward J until like 87, I think.
So he a few years behind it.
Yeah, but then, you know, that's East Side, you know what I mean? So it took a minute but you know what though? I would say his tapes kind of made it, Jelly Beans helped Edward J sound come through here because the people from Decatur used to come to Jelly Bean. Like people from all over used to come to Jelly Bean every Sunday. So
East Side nigga been coming to the West Side.
yeah, they'll come here. Yeah.
Y'all been coming to the West Side.
And you could tell, like the girls, you could see their hairstyles. You could be like, oh, the Decatur girl. The cars, we used to like our shit low. They used to ride their shit high. You know what I mean? The dress code. You know what I mean? It was like, you know, different hustlers. You know, dude, Frank and Moo Moo. They used to think they were twins, but these big old nugget bracelets, pants starched up.
That starts like this.
Starch. I'm talking about, boy, you got to
Can't
kick
even
through
move.
the motherfuckers, boy, like you fighting. Yeah, there you go.
You stick your
Starched
foot in
up,
that thing.
yeah, with no cuffs, but just wrinkled up, designer jeans. You know what I mean? So you could tell the East Side dress.
Who fucking them jeans up?
Yeah, the East Side
Who fucking
dress
jeans
code
up? Put that starch on the
and
jeans.
the West Side dress code. Cause we were kind of like prepped out a little bit, you know, with the polo, and sometimes niggas go so far to have a tennis racket even sticking out their bag.
Y'all Camden though. Y'all be on shit like that.
Yeah.
Y'all
You know how
Camden.
Dro dressed?
Yeah.
That's how we've been doing that shit since the 80s. Yeah. But then later on, the East Side cats started getting a little preppy. We used to call it preppy. You know what I mean? But
Oh, so hold on. Because we're going history. You know I love street history. So I'm gonna put some clarification trying to understand from your perspective. Okay. So the SWAT niggas is past the East Side niggas, the goddamn the sauce.
when it comes to being preppy.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because
East Side niggas is known for preppy shit, Cartier glasses, Prada shoes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But see, we were the schoolboy preppy. But then cause the East Side cats, honestly, I would say around during them Jelly Bean days, they was the silk shirts, bright color silk shirts, brand new designer. Jordache jeans. You know what I mean?
What he said, Jordache jeans.
Yeah, with the fresh felines.
Ooh. Yeah, everybody thought
Gazelle
Jordache was joints.
951s, you know what I mean? We rocked the 951s too, but you
hold on, time me back. Was them Gazelles?
Gazelle 951s. Yeah,
I'm asking though. Them Gazelles, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Them the ones with the little window on the side, with the little glass one on the side. Them the 951s.
Oh, okay.
Those were the Cartiers back then.
The clear frames wasn't the one with the little.
With the little.
Okay, I know what you're talking
951s. I think they done stepped them up, but 951 still a collector's item. Yeah, but when you see a person with 951s, you were like, okay, that nigga getting it. That was a.
Y'all youngest, here it is. Yeah, if you wanna be like, hey man, get you some 951 Gazelle shades.
951s were like 500 back then. We talking about 84.
It might be vintage. Now it might be 25.
Between 84 and 87. Yeah, ain't no telling.
You got to be the 84 to 87 though.
Yeah,
84 to 87.
85 to 87, 951s Gazelles. Yeah, but so that's how, like you're saying. So when niggas come through Jelly Beans, with they system up or whatever, some of them might be playing my tapes, but then you might hear some of the East Side niggas. You'll hear some music playing, and you'll hear a voice coming, yeah, what's up, DJ Lynn, yeah, and that was Edward J. See, I was never talking on my mixtapes. I'd just be scratching and mixing in records. But Edward J brought that whole thing. See, Edward J wasn't really a DJ just scratching. He was the voice. And he might have DJ Lynn or either DJ Smurf and have them scratching or whatnot. But Edward J was more of the voice. So that's how he stamped and branded his whole thing. You know what I mean? He used to have a store, Landrum Records, right over there in the East Side off 20.
Oh, no, that's what's up.
So yeah, that's how the Edward J started really being known around here, is when the East Side guys used to come through here playing their music at Jelly Beans. They'd be like, damn, who is that? Get your Edward J tape. And then people from this side start, getting the Edward J tapes too.
Any more big hits in the 80s?
Let me see. Out of Atlanta?
It ain't gotta be Atlanta, just period. I'm just trying to get people to understand your Rolodex and your body of work. Just because it probably some people who know of you. People don't even know none of this shit. Don't even know you probably did right here record.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Cause it's a lot. And let me tell you, that's what's sad too, Parlay, is that it's certain folks in this game, and like I said, I always done my history, man. Like I used to be at these music conventions. I used to sneak in the Jack the Rapper convention. I don't know if you know about that.
Oh, Jack the Rapper? Who don't know about Jack the Rapper?
And the first one was over there off Sullivan Road off Old National at the Marriott. And I'm talking about everybody you can name back in 85 was there. And when I saw Run DMC and LL and all them people just in person, without even being on stage, just sitting right here, that shit made me want to just go to a whole nother level, bro. That's when I really wanted to be there. That's when I knew it was bigger than just a local record. I wanted to take it somewhere else, but I knew I had to graduate from school first, though.
You graduated?
87.
87.
So around early 87, late 86, I was DJing at a step show down at the Civic Center. And so once again, I used to be spinning with these oldest cats, my boy Mike Webster and my boy Chris Huggins. So they'll let me get on the turntable and just cut up and just go crazy. And when I started scratching, just the whole crowd just stopped. I just gave them a straight show, just cutting It's Time and just doing this shit. Young niggas just showing the show on the turntable. And MC Shadi was in front of the stage. He was like, bruh, man. I was like, damn, that's Shadi. You know what I mean? I'm blown away. I'm sitting here like, me and Raheem, we cool to this day. But I just knew that it was another level to go to, you know what I mean? And I knew it was somewhere where I wanted to go. And Shadi was like, hey, man, I'm about to go on tour, man. I'd never been on tour. I just saw Run DMC and then LL and them touring, but I never thought, me and Raheem, we'd do shows and come back the same night.
Wasn't no tour, though.
Wasn't no tour. Yeah, like we were talking about earlier. Yeah. Shadi showing me the whole schedule. It was him, 2 Live Crew, and who else? Mantronic. All them folk was touring back then. And Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince. You know what I mean? So we talking about 86, 87. And I guess since I was DJing the Step Show, he thought that I was out of school.
This nigga went on tour with Will Smith, y'all.
Yeah. We did a few shows with Jeff and Smith. Yeah, for sure. And so he thought I was out of school. So he came to the house or whatnot. Cause my sister used to see him at the club, Phoenix, which they later on named it the Warehouse. But it's nowhere to be found on Marietta Street now. They done knocked that whole building down.
That was an iconic building.
Yeah, the Warehouse. Yeah,
Iconic
and it was the
building.
Phoenix. So everybody that came through the Phoenix from LL
It got
to
a lot
Eddie
of,
Murphy.
it has a lot of history too.
A lot of history.
A lot of back
man.
history.
A lot of, and some gangsters.
For sure.
Some real gangsters.
I got something going on. I got something playing
all
about
that
that. It's just crazy that you named it, but I got something.
Okay.
Yeah.
All that Fred Tokar shit and everything. It's a lot with that. So my sister had told Shadi, like, hey, I'm Toomp, I'm Toomp's sister. He was like, hey, your mom said, he can't go nowhere, but as soon as he graduate, please, I'm just telling you, I need him. He got to come out on the road with me. So, and then later on, he found out that I actually produced some of the Raheem records. So, man, Shadi was the one who really took me in. And, next thing you know, we went to Miami, went to Luke, found the Luke Records, man. I went to Miami for the first time. And, I met the 2 Live crew, met everybody. Clay D, Magic Mike, everybody. Just everybody who you were seeing on them records back in 86, 87. I ended up meeting everybody. And this whole Miami lifestyle, man, we caught the tail end of that cocaine cowboy shit. Man, we just come out of the club, niggas be shot up dead, and motherfuckers just be looking at it like ain't shit. My first time ever seeing a dead body without a besides a funeral, just laying out in the, yeah, man, they just came and sprayed them up, man. But everybody just out there still just wait for their car. Like, damn, look at them.
It's real gangster shit.
Gangster shit. Like, yeah, man, he was robbing niggas, fuck him. Niggas just laying there. And then finally, and I'm sitting there like, didn't want to look scared and out of place, but I was like, man, I ain't used to seeing this kind of shit. Niggas just laying there and everybody cool. Dead. So, but around that time when I first got to Miami, black folks wasn't really going to South Beach. I was that curious, nigga. I was like, man, I want to go over there. We went to a club over there one time and did a show, and I saw all them Ferraris and Porsches and shit. Mm-hmm. That's when I was like, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. My taste a little bit more expensive than y'all niggas. I want to go back over there. Man, we don't go over there wherever the crackers and Cubans at, man. We ain't got no business over there. They don't want us over there. That's what a lot of Miami niggas used to be saying, man. Them folks don't want us over there. But the cats who really had that bag would go over there and party. But my little young ass, I'm like 18, 19.
You trying to figure out?
I was trying to figure it out, bro. Because I'm talking about shit that I used to just see in the DuPont registry. Of course, we had some niggas who was running around here with them cars, but whatnot. But I used to just want to go out there and kick it. So I started hanging around the beach or whatnot. I started meeting more people, man. Next thing you know, I'm down there selling beats for $1,500. I'm coming home with knots, nigga. Easy. Some of them records I'm still trying to get the publishing on now because I wasn't handling my business. I was just running around with the SP 1200 just selling beats.
Yeah, you want to be? You want to be?
Yeah,
you want to be? Everybody, you get a beat. Everybody get a beat.
Yeah, 1,200, 1,500.
What you got right at 13? Come on with it, goddamn.
Come on with it, yeah.
How much you got? 1,100. Get 3 on, goddamn.
When I see cats right here selling beats for $300 or $400, I'm like, damn, man, I was selling for $1,500 in 86. 88. Like, what y'all doing? Come on. What the fuck? And the shit cost way more money now. You know what I mean?
Hell is you saying?
So, really, like I say, man, from getting with Shadi, that took me to another level, man. That enlightened me on just the whole tour life. You know what I mean? First time dealing with real groupies and the whole thing, man. It was I grew up fast. I grew up hella fast. I was a young nigga on the tour bus for real.
Nah, for real. No, that's hell of a shit.
Yeah, man. And it was a hella story. There's a lot of stories behind that shit.
How long you toured? For a few years? How long you stayed with Shadi?
With Shadi from 88, well, late 87 to 89, because he got in trouble. Had to go sit down for a minute. And during that time, I came back up here and chilled. And then my boy, Mr. Mix from 2 Live Crew was like, hey, man, I just produced this album on this group called the Poison Clan, and they need a DJ. Boom. Next thing you know, it used to be the Poison Clan, Baby 2 Live Crew. That was they AKA. Mm-hmm. And so they had us on tour. So we was touring with 2 Live Crew, Rob Bass. Shit. Of course, I was in Poison Clan. JT Money, Mm-hmm. First Poison Clan, Dance All Night. If you watch the video, yeah, I'm the DJ in that motherfucker. So I was really, I'm a part of the original Poison Clan, That's why a lot of people think I'm from Miami. Because just from running around with Luke and them or whatnot.
Wow.
I'm a Georgia boy.
What you talking about?
Yeah, you talking
Spot
about, right?
boy.
Yeah, all day. So honestly, man, that just going to Florida though, I learned a whole lot, just on how to move around, how to really get my hustle on. Learned about a lot of street shit, just being nosy once again.
Same thing. It ain't went too. I'm still on the dough, trying to figure out what's going on.
So when I made that transition back here around like 91, first niggas who I got with was Lil Jon. I produced Shawty Freak a little something.
Shawty Freak
Yeah,
a little
I did that on his
something.
album, yeah. And I was still trying to get my feet planted because I heard about the whole the face thing. But Rico and them, I used to do their dance tapes in the talent shows and whatnot.
Wow.
I'm like, damn, them niggas producing. Sleepy Brown. I've been knowing Sleepy since elementary school because we went from Fickett to Bunch to Thero. So his dad was in the group Brick. You familiar with Brick, right?
No.
It ain't gonna hurt nobody.
Yeah, I know. I heard it. Yeah, okay, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about now.
Them niggas got hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, they recorded right down there, down on Campbellton off of Butner. That's what a studio called 2560. Jump, Crisscross, Jump was made out that same studio. Arrested Development.
Of course, I know the hell that is.
Their album was done in 2560. It used to be a rocky road. If you go straight down Campbellton and make a right,
course.
a left on Butner.
It was a rocky road for a long time.
There you go, my nigga.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
The studio was on the left.
It didn't get concrete till you got down by the church.
There you go.
When you come down the hill, when you come right, that's when it started coming to
that's when
concrete.
they start-
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
so-
I've been around this. I've been around the city. I'm real Atlanta. I'm real Atlanta.
So that's originally Brick's studio. That's what he did. All them hits.
It was like that, Pimp, when you stayed over there, didn't it? It was still the rocky road when you stayed, because that's how we used to go to your house.
Yeah. So Arrested Development, like I say, Crisscross, Jump. So Jermaine, everybody, little studio in a little bit of ass house. Tip was in there when he was a little kid. He had some folks, Cognac. That's when Cognac was investing in them back then. You remember Cognac used to run the strip clubs?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Yak. He that's when he had Tip back then. He was recording over there too. So 2560, man, was the studio to go to, just period, if you in Atlanta.
When you link up with Tip?
Me and Tip caught up with, man, first me and his cousin Toomp, man. Toomp from Bankhead. And Toomp used to be running around with, he the first one who told me about Shawty. About Low. And, like you say, man, we talk real shit, man. And the first thing that before I even met Shawty Low, first thing I heard about him was like, hey, man, you come across a bad one, boy, he'll bring it back to life. Period.
Old Bay Shawty.
They say, boy, if you come, there you go. They say, if you come across a
I'm
bad
from this shit, man. I know what's going on.
He gonna bring that thing to life. That's
all that was going around man.
so
Y'all would have mastered that shit.
There you go. So when you hear Tip on some of the records say his cousin Toot, rest in peace. Yeah, that's Tremel Morgan. I've been knowing Toot since 5th grade. He ended up, like I say, when he moved from Bankhead, he moved to Ben Hill on Ingledale. And we met at Fickett, and we went to Bunch. And then high school, he ended up going to Harper because he was getting in a lot of trouble. And my dad was getting down for a minute, for a good little while. Him and my uncles and them, but I was still mostly music. And so Toot used to, he was getting down. And we started kind of doing some things at one point, hustling a little bit. And he used to always say, hey, man, I got this little cousin who rap, dog. I heard that story so many times, you know what I mean? But shit, he's like, man, I'm going to just bring you this tape. Matter of fact, I'm going to bring him. He going to have the tape. It was a little cassette. And I had a little Nissan 300 back then. And that was in 97. And, bro, Tip brought this tape. It was him, Doug, the whole PSC. And he played a song, Bar Who. Another one called, it was like 3 or 4 records on that joint. And all I know is, I love the PSC. They're my dudes. But when I heard them rap, it was cool. But every time it got to his verse, I'm like, damn, boy, who the hell is that? He's like, oh, that me, Shawty. And after I said that on about 3 or 4 records, I was like, hey, man, we going to get to your boys, but we need to get something popping. And so I told Toot, I'm like, hey, man, whatever we need to do. So we put our bread together and got some studio time up here on Washington Road. This guy named B Hood, right on Washington and 285. We recorded about 4 songs, man, and started getting some shit popping, bro. Next thing you know, that's when he was still down here in Apple Tree, I think.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
The apartment right here.
Yeah,
right
that's
here.
when Dutch used to have the barbershop.
Yeah,
and
right past the
Short,
plaza.
all them niggas, Money and their Ice and them used to be down there. So Yeah, so Tip, definitely he was running around on that end. But I just never knew him. I just ended up meeting him through his cousin too. So, and come to find out he been a Campbellton Road nigga. I just didn't know. And age bracket, of course. You know what I mean? So, and yeah, man. And once we cut him a few demos together, and he started getting used to my what I was bringing to the table, man. Found out we had that chemistry, bro. And I brought my man Jason Jeter into the mix because Jason was an intern at Patchwork.
Oh, so you brought history.
I brought Jason into the game. He'll say that. He done said that on a few interviews.
History.
Yeah, so I'm the one who introduced him and Tip together. So originally it's supposed to have been 3 owners of Grand Hustle, but they just goddamn made a left turn and it got crazy. Like I said, but to this day we still, like we say, we end up breaking bread later on. You know, it all came back together like it's supposed to. But yeah, I definitely brought and I brought Jason into the game because I knew that I wasn't no manager. I was more of a producer and just
handle the business, do the shit that need to be done.
Get the shit done. Yeah. I knew I wasn't built for management. So once we got that, man, Jason messed around and start playing it for different people who was coming through Patchwork. Like, hey, man, downtime, man, I want to play something for you. So he fucked around and played it for KP. KP had Ghetto Vision, and that was going through LaFace. And when KP heard Tip rap, man, everybody who he played it for was just losing their mind. Like, who is this nigga? See, I used to rap too. So when I heard Tip flow the first time, my whole thing was like, this nigga really know how to rap because his flow pattern. But then later on, I found out, oh, okay, nigga, you have New York. You got some New York in you too. So he used to be hanging in New York with his old man. But Tip used to listen to a lot of old school hip hop too. And that's what I was getting to earlier, speaking of how cats don't recognize and do their history and just knowing who the fuck a Toomp is or who Shawty Red is, just being able to point them out. Like, we come from that era to where we used to just really do our history, and we used to like to really know who people were.
It was real back then. Everything authentic now.
Yeah, a lot of folks don't even care about.
You sampling the song, don't even know who song it is.
Damn, man, can you at least say one LL verse? Can you say a Biggie verse, nigga? At least one of them. So one record, please.
They don't even know no pop record.
They don't know no pop records or nothing. So, and that's only in hip hop. Cause you ask R&B record, man, they'll sing some smoky shit and they'll sing some shit to where that was there before they were born.
They definitely into it with the culture.
So just really coming from that, man, I just sold Tip the ropes, cause like I said, he went through a few people who he was dealing with, but I'm the one who really just was able to really truly took him under my wing, cause I fucked around and got a check from the Dr. Doolittle soundtrack. I had a song on there that nobody ever heard. It's a video that's out, but it was never a single, but just the fact that I had that one song on that soundtrack, and the album might have did about 4 million. My royalty checks was stupid. We talking about CDs, physical copies being sold. So really, when I found out how many points I was getting, because really, believe it or not, around 96 is when I started learning the business. From 85 and up, from 85 to 96, I was just doing this shit just outright. No publishing, no royalties. I ain't know nothing about that. And I finally got this book by Kashif and another one by Donald Passman. Start educating myself on the business, bro. And my man Tony Mercedes was like, hey, man, we need a song for this Dr. Doolittle soundtrack. Yeah, that was the first time I ever saw a royalty check ever. I'm talking about a royalty check from 85 to 96. I didn't see, to 97, I didn't see a royalty check till 97. And that was from Dr. Doolittle.
And it paid off, though. All that time, it done paid off, though.
All of it paid off. All of it, bro. I'm talking about, yo. And I had a cool safe. You know what I mean? I was fucking around, too.
Yeah.
Fucking around, man. Pop was trying to figure it out. I was like, man, I got that. And it's $4,000 less than what you've been paying. Yeah. Hooked them up with my Miami people,
Yeah. Let go, Pops. What you talking about?
Yeah, like I was taught to say, don't need to open it up. I never wrote nothing down. I was just.
You was in Miami. You called the end of the cocaine cowboy.
And when they start, and the Miami niggas start moving up here.
So now you ain't got to move no more.
Cause a few of them had moved to Virginia. They were getting locked up there because they started killing niggas up there. And so they end up, a lot of them posted up up in Georgia. Of course, you heard about the Miami, Atlanta shit back in the 86. Around 91, these dudes here, they wasn't with none of that shit. These niggas was just strictly about the money. They wasn't with none of the killing shit. These niggas just about that bag. So that's when, once I saw that royalty check, and it was more than what I had in my safe, Yeah,
you already knew the business. You knew how to keep it rolling.
That's when I knew. I was like, oh, okay, I'm finna really take this shit more seriously. You know what I mean? Real. And that's when, I just left that alone. And thank God I ain't never get, this some wood right here. Yeah, I never got caught up in.
You was destined, man. You
nothing
was
crazy.
You was a product. You know why you never got caught up in nothing, dog? You was a product of your environment, doing what your environment taught you how to do. But you was a free thinker.
And I was dealing with only grown men back then, too.
And your free thinking help lead you into different paths. Like, oh, y'all cool, I'm doing all this shit with y'all, nigga, but you know, I'll be right back, though. I'm finna go over here and do this because it's my vision. But you really been anointed in this shit just from a kid. You know what I'm saying? Since middle school. So, you know, your path was going to be different in a way. You know what I'm saying? They would lead you over here now. You know
it's funny, man, because cats just be trying to figure it out, man. I was pulling up in some whips, bro. My pop put me on, like, 9th grade, put me on to going to the auction and buying cars. I see, when I started getting the DJ money and just flipping mixtapes and shit, like I say, we talking about like $600 a week. I was able to get a little Honda from the auction. That's when it was still on Metropolitan now. I was flipping cars between 9th and 11th grade. I was flipping cars, DJing parties, cutting hair.
Been hustling.
Everything, man. Yeah. Just had it, you know.
How you get your name?
Toomp. Oh, man, my sister gave that to me, bro. When she's 5 years old, and my sister, Valencia Davis, man, she just looked into the little baby carrying, like, you know, in the little bed and just started calling me Toompy with a Y. So that's why you might hear some niggas say, oh, they Toompy. That's somebody who know me at least 40 years or more. They say Toompy with a Y. Yeah. But as I got older, I'm like, nah.
Ain't no Y. And they Y feminine. When take that Y off, Toomp.
Yeah, I got a homeboy who produced named Bink. But he used to call him Binky.
Binky. Yeah, ain't no more Binky, not Bink,
it's
buddy.
Bink now, nigga.
Nah, for real.
So, yeah, it's just Toomp. Yeah, so my sister gave me that name, dog. Of course, I got ghetto with it. You know, the one and only monstrous producer, taking out others, making progress. You know what I mean?
Everybody did that back then. Everybody got to come up with something. Everybody come with acronyms.
Thinking out our main purpose.
Yeah, for real. Nah, yeah, for real, man.
So, yeah, bro. So it's really like, I'm just just a solid dude, man, who just love music. I love hip hop. I love people, man. You know what I mean? Love helping folks. Shit fun. Not even if it ain't music. I just love knowing that I made somebody's day, bro.
That's why you've been blessed to have the path that you have.
Oh yeah.
To be able to give back, you know what I'm saying, share that energy with people. And I think that's the most important part about our journey, character, and sharing information.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think you do that very well, dog.
Oh yeah.
Man, I want to say, man, appreciate it too, man, pulling up, man.
You
know what I'm saying? And we'll got them do a whole movie. We'll be talking about this and other shit.
You
got the right one too. Like you got the right one.
Yeah, that's the right shit.
You got the right one. Like I don't live in this, but I know about. I'm educated about my South. I love my city.
What's so gangsta about it? Well, I've been watching your show is that, well, a lot of cats mess up, and I guess I'm giving y'all some of them game. A lot of them don't let people talk. You actually let, and then you know what to come back to when I finish. But some people, you'll hear somebody cut somebody off, you'll be like, oh man, he was about to say some good shit back then. But the host,
they won't say something. They won't say what they want to listen. I be listening.
And the guests never come back and continue to where you can even read the comments sometimes, be like, man, dude talk too much, man. He was about to say some shit at 12, 15, and he never came back to it.
They make it about them. It's about us.
There you go.
It's about the culture.
There you go. And
you know what I'm saying? So for real.
But it's wild, man. I like when you jumped in it, I'm like, damn, dude, good at this shit. Like any media trainer, or it's just in you.
No, I really just for real too. I mean, I know how to talk anyway.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a people person.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I studied.
Mm-hmm.
I studied. I just studied all the podcasts. I studied what everybody do, and I took everybody great points.
There you go.
And I was just like, okay, Kareem shoot the hook, I'm taking it. John shoot the fadeaway, I'm taking it. Johnson do the no-look pass, I'm taking it. And I just start adding it, and I mix that into me understanding my city, me being a person who's moved around this city, me being able to create history in this city, me having relationships with a lot of people in this city.
Right.
I already pretty much know half of the things that go on in this city. So I think that makes me very, very verified to be able to have conversations. Okay. Like when you talking about spots, oh, this, I'm like, yeah, I know that's it. Right here. You like, yeah, oh, that's right. Half person my age ask this shit, I'm be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Clue.
I don't know. What?
Still don't even care. Like I'm the type of person, if I don't know, I'm gonna be like, oh, I gotta find out.
I gotta find out.
Let me find out about that.
Mr. Google, Mr. Google and YouTube. I'm Mr. Google and YouTube.
Yeah, man. And the thing about it, and that's what I get on a lot of cats about. I'm like, yo, man, if you watch that Kobe Bryant joint, you ever saw that on HBO?
Sure.
Where he was talking about how he studied Jordan when he was over in Japan with these VHS tapes and kept rewinding them. That's why he was making them same exact moves like Jordan. That man truly. So I always say, man, if you want to be great at something, study the greats.
Study the greats.
But these niggas don't understand that. I'm talking about
I ain't buying no nigga, man. That him. That I got my own style and swag.
Like,
it's
bro,
cool.
Study the greats, man. Whether you're a chef,
No matter what it is,
a
dog.
restaurant owner, or like whatever. Like, study the greats. Why not?
Nah, for real.
If you want to be great, if you plan on being great, or if you just want to do this shit, okay, I'll let you do that. But if you want to be great, study the greats. And like you said, you done your research, so you know how it go.
And I like
bro,
the street shit too. And I like talking about
young
street
nigga,
shit.
I love it, bro. Keep on with shit, bro.
Gotta be, man. I'm trying to grow, man. Trying to,
man.
you know what I'm saying? Trying to grow. I want to share this knowledge. I feel like I just feel like when it comes to street niggas, we have no format. We have nobody who does anything to guide those type of niggas.
Right.
I don't give a damn what you doing or how you doing. It don't matter. This is how I go. This is gonna help you. And I'm gonna keep giving it to you until you like, man, I done heard Blake told me this shit 100 times. Let me do this shit.
All right. So I know we was almost done. But let me ask you, how you feel about, and from you being younger than me, how you feel, man, when you just run across these cats who just don't want to listen to nobody? How do you?
I just say, sooner or later, I was one of them.
Okay. Because let me tell you what I thought about. Man, I thought about doing something, and I wanted to get maybe, like, let's say a Greg Street or whatever, and just hear this commercial just say, live, State Farm Arena. And they name all these artists. Live on stage, T.I., boom, Lil Baby, Future, boom, boom. And they going through about 10 names. Live on stage. Come, on this date. They just say live on stage and get everybody in that motherfucker. But bruh, they thinking they finna watch some niggas get on stage and rap. Man, every one of they rappers who they want to see just gonna go here and just drop some goddamn gems on their ass. Bro, I ain't performing shit, bro. Y'all finna sit here and listen and get this bullshit out y'all head, bro. I ain't finna rap nothing. And you can't call it false advertisement because we never said this show. We just said live on stage. And if it takes that to finally get a certain amount of niggas in one building, and y'all can leave. Whoever, now that y'all know what this is, feel free to leave. But if you, that's like running through niggas through a sifter,
I think the main part is be able to get everybody on one page. But if we tell them no, we gonna trick them.
That's the trick. It's the trickery.
Yeah. It's about all the artists to do it.
Oh, the artists.
Because sometimes artists don't want to use their voice for shit. Like they just be like, man, I ain't got nothing to do with me, bro. I'm gonna get my money. Like
get my money, don't care.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I think the OG shit has fell off at, because niggas don't give the game no more. It's just like, man, nigga, they don't listen. He hard headed. You know what I'm saying?
But I ain't gonna lie, that's what run us away sometimes when we see that the niggas don't want to listen.
It's
almost like you want to goddamn, just like I say, run them through a sifter and shake them through it.
You just got to keep giving the information.
Just catch the goal.
You just got to keep giving information until they hear it enough to use it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I use these podcasts. Just keep giving it to you until you be like,
you know what? And then I can see them.
I got that right. They got to learn on their own self, no matter what you tell them.
Even if they only catch 40% of it, that'll help. That that could save a generation, man.
Tell everybody where they can follow you at, Toomp.
Hey, man, DJ_Toomp on IG. Shit. You're still on Facebook, Al DJ Toomp Davis. But yeah, IG, DJ_Toomp. Holla at you.
Man, tap into his history, everything he did. Listen, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to start doing quiz. It's going to be my first quiz. If y'all can tell me, I want y'all to give me Toomp top 5 songs he produced. The first people hit me that. See y'all in the Partment Parlay t-shirt, man.
Oh, that's dope.
Till motherfucking next time. It's your boy Parlay live from DJ House Studio. We in the Partment with Parlay. Meet me in the Partment.